Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Nina, and today I'm going to be sharing one of the easiest techniques for increasing the amount of happiness we experience in our life and for learning how to focus on the positive instead of the negative all the time. Now, I have been implementing this for about 2 months now, and I can definitely see a difference in how I feel about my life. And I would consider myself to be a happy person, but I do tend to struggle with negative thoughts and catastrophizing, as I know so many of us do. And this technique has really helped a lot because it really counteracts our brain's natural wiring to focus on negative information. Human beings, unfortunately, do have a negativity bias, which can lead to rumination, anxiety, and a very distorted and often very pessimistic perception of reality. Not to mention the fact that most of us spend half of our lives just mentally reliving all of our worst moments over and over again. So we can genuinely feel like the world is a terrible and scary place. But the great thing is this very simple method can effectively train our brain not to do this. So let's talk about it. Now, the technique itself is called installation or savoring, and it's a psychological strategy that involves noticing, focusing on, and appreciating positive experiences. It's all about conditioning our mind to consistently seek out the good and then engaging with these positive things a little longer than we normally would so that it amplifies their impact. And this almost effortless hack really can start to rewire our brain and help to promote a more balanced and optimistic outlook. It also helps to create a stockpile of positive memories that can serve as a buffer against all the negative thoughts and emotions that our lovely negativity bias tends to highlight for us. So I want to talk a little bit about the different ways that we can incorporate savoring into our daily life so you can see some of the practical applications. And then I'm going to give some examples from my own life and what I've noticed after intentionally engaging in this practice for a few months. Now, in my own case, I decided to try this method right at the beginning of autumn, which is my absolute favorite season. I love Halloween, I love foliage, I love autumn foods, so it was very easy for me to find little positive things to focus on. But this is something that I've found that we can really practice anytime, anywhere. So let's talk about some simple ways that we can do this. The first is to just take time to appreciate the moment. So we can slow down and actually pay attention to all the little details of our surroundings. We can notice the sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and even textures of the present moment and try to fully engage our senses. And it's amazing when we start doing this because we start to realize that we usually mentally skip right over the most beautiful and inspiring things that are happening right in front of us. We usually don't even see them. So for example, when we go outside, maybe instead of just leaving our house and going straight to the car, we just take a few moments to notice the clouds or the stars or the moon, or when we're out with a friend, take a moment to really notice their positive qualities. Maybe they have a great laugh or a beautiful smile, or they are really fantastic at telling stories. It's all about absorbing everything we can from the present moment. Now, the second way is to express gratitude, to actively acknowledge and appreciate all the good things in our life. And we can do this by keeping a gratitude journal or by simply taking a few moments every day to reflect on all the things that we are thankful for. And this is something that I actually practice every single day before I go to sleep. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. I just kind of mentally go over everything that happened and find anything and everything that was positive and express gratitude for it and just for all the positive things in my life in general. And it's something that is definitely increasing my happiness. So I definitely recommend that. And something else that I think we can all stand to get a little better at is expressing our gratitude to other people, making sure that we say thank you not only to the significant people in our life, but also to the clerk at the store or the server at the restaurant or our child's bus driver or teacher. When we start to do this, we begin to realize how many truly wonderful people and things are around us all the time that we simply forget to focus on. Another technique that I really like is to create mental snapshots. This is when we mentally capture and intentionally imprint positive experiences to revisit in our mind later. It's like etching a picture into our brain that stays with us long after the original experience. Now, sometimes a moment can be so powerful or impressive that this happens naturally. You probably have hundreds of mental snapshots from throughout your lifetime. But we can also command our brain to capture these amazing moments by setting that intention and by soaking up all the details of the present moment, including the emotions we are experiencing. And if you have never tried this, please do. It really does help us to be able to relive these moments in the future and extend their positive effects. Also, another thing we can try is to share our positive experiences. So we can talk to the people we love about our positive experiences, or we can even invite them to be a part of them. So for example, if we just found this cute little coffee shop or this beautiful hiking trail that we love, why not invite them to come with us next time so they can be a part of that experience? I think a lot of times we forget what social creatures human beings really are, and that our happiness really does become amplified when we share positive experiences with other people. It also tends to strengthen our relationships, which is also tied to amplified happiness. So those are some techniques, and I have honestly been trying to use all of them, and I can say with absolute certainty that it's really made a big difference. I definitely feel a lot happier and a lot more optimistic. And I've also found that it's actually helped make tasks that I do not enjoy a lot more enjoyable. So for example, I really do not enjoy doing dishes. It's probably my least favorite household task. So I started to think how I could possibly use savoring to make this task a little bit more enjoyable. And then I realized that the sink was right next to the window. So I thought, well, I'll just focus more on what is going on outside. So whenever I had to do the dishes, I would just kind of open the curtain and look at the sunset or the birds singing or the autumn leaves falling. And then I started to notice that like clockwork, every single evening, this little chipmunk would come and try to steal all the food from the bird feeder. And he was just so funny and cute that it became this high point of my evening to kind of wait for him and watch him. And I never would have known he even existed if I didn't, use this technique, but it also helped to make doing the dishes a lot more enjoyable. Something else that I've been doing is just trying to put my phone away when I don't need to be on it. It's not that I don't use it anymore, it's just that I'm much more intentional with it. I don't let it distract me from the present moment. So now when my phone is away, I can give my full attention to the people that I'm with or the things that I'm doing. And that has definitely helped me to savor the moments more. And another super simple thing that I've been doing is to just sit down every night and fully enjoy this amazing apple cider that I found around Halloween, which for some reason is still available to purchase. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but it's something that I really love. So it's become this nightly ritual where I heat it up in this beautiful mug and I just smell it for 10 or 20 seconds. And I really do savor that moment. And all of these things really have become powerful mindfulness practices that truly are rewiring my brain. I can tell 100% that I am much more likely to notice the positive things in life. I'm always seeing little inspiring and amazing things around me now. When I go for a walk, I'm appreciating and noticing the trees and the architecture, and I am literally stopping to smell the roses. It's definitely helped me to calm the chaos in my life and to just kind of slow down and appreciate all these things that often do go unnoticed. And all of this really is backed by research. Studies show us that this practice has all kinds of benefits, from increasing our positive emotions, to expanding our attentional scope, to minimizing our negativity bias, to really enhancing our resilience. So give this technique a try and let me know the outcome. Just focus on savoring the present moment and see how you feel. It was honestly a lot more effective than I thought it was going to be, so I am curious to hear your results. As always, I truly hope you found today's video to be insightful. If you did, please like it, share it, and definitely become a subscriber if you aren't one already. I would love it if you stay connected. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.